Welcome back, my dear students. We'll talk about the employee performance in human resource management. How will I evaluate my employee or the people who are working in the company? How I will appraise or evaluate their own performance? So let's go for the video and let's share the screen and see. Yeah, share the screen. Okay, and here we go. So now, how will we evaluate the employees' performance? Let us go for performance management system and check out what do we mean by performance. A set of integrated management practices designed to help employee maximize performance, thereby allowing the organization to reach its goals. So I will put some standards which will be highly recommended because it will help the employees to do their job perfectly. So let's go for the second one. What a system approach to perform management improves the organization's ability to get the right things done. So, like I will do my work efficiently and effectively. I will do the job efficiently and effectively. This also will help to increase employees' job satisfaction. So when I do my work right, I will be very satisfied to do the job because still I'm earning, I'm getting my pay, and everything is fine. So I will be satisfied. Then the turnover will be low, the productivity will be higher. And we said before the word turnover means the ability to leave the job and look for another job. So when you are satisfied, you will not increase the turnover rate. No, you will keep on the same job. You won't go to another job. Increase employees' satisfactory by involving them in teamwork and key decision affecting. So when you let the people empower the people who are working in your company, when you empower your employees to participate in decision making, when you empower them by leaving for them the way like management of objectives or management by objectives, just to do the tasks. You tell them our task is like this and it's left to you guys the way you will do it. So you are empowering them. When you delegate them, when you make for them job enrichments, means they know the jobs of the upper levels, and job rotation when they train on another jobs in the same company. And when you make for them a policy of job enlargement, means also the horizontal jobs which in the same level of them, when they become aware of it and they practice it. So in that case, it will be a very challenging environment, work environment, very challenging work environment for them. So they will love the work because it's challenging for them. It's not a boring work. It's like every day something new. So I will keep it. At the same time, when they are rewarded, even with certificates of awardation or rewarded with the certification of competencies or integration, or when they are rewarded with good motives and incentives, then in this case, they will be higher in their own productivity. They will produce more than what they are doing before. Okay. So in compensating, you empower them in planning, in documenting, in coaching, and developing. So those are points which. So I want you here now to stop and ask yourself these questions. What do we mean by performance management system? The second question, explain the purpose of the managing performance. What do you mean by managing performance? Like we said before, okay? Describe the steps in 5 performance management systems and identify possible reasons for ineffective performance. What would be the reasons for the ineffective performance of the employees, of course? Why they won't be doing their best in job? This also, I need the answer of this question. You can Google it and you can go for your notes. Steps in effective performance management systems. So those are the steps. Clarifying the work to be done. Just make it very easy for the people. Everything is clear, no vague. Everything is fine. Okay. Description, job description is clear. Job analysis clear. Job specifications is clear. So will make it easier for your employees. Setting goals and establishing performance plans. So you as an employer or as a manager or as a boss, you will establish the plan. You will put the standards. You will say what to be done, what not to be done, and how to be done, and when to be done. So you will complete answering all these questions. No vague for your employees. Everything is clear. Okay. Providing frequent coaching, then you will train them. You have to train them. We are talking now about effective performance management system. How will I do the effective performance management system? So you as a manager have to provide for them training and coaching. By the way, the training must be always continuous process. Training is a continuous process. You don't train them only once, then you stop. Then you say, that's enough. They are good now. No, you have to train them always for every updates happening. And every day the management change and the environment changing and the technology is now increasing. So you have to always try to update their knowledge and their own awareness of what's going around them, either in the job or in the environment of the work. You must be supportive to them. You must be supportive to them. You must should not involve fault finding or blaming. The good manager is not the one who catch mistakes. No, the good manager is the one who correct the mistakes. There are difference between both of them. I do not catch mistakes or finding gaps between the standard and the real performance. I don't find the gap just for the gap itself. No, I'm finding the gap just to correct this gap. Okay, and to move into action or to correct. This is what I'm doing. So managers need to listen effectively as well. Yeah, the managers need to listen. You don't have as a manager just to talk. You talk and listen. So listening is a part of the participation. That means you are allowing, empowering your employees to participate in your decision making. So you are helping them. Managers need to probe and ask open questions, open-ended questions. So, like as example, I would say, "Hey guys, do you like working in this company? Hey guys, what the problems which you have here?" It's an open end, means they will explain and express everything in details. It's not a closed question like, hey, you like working here? Tell me yes or no. Then yes or no. This is called closed question. No, open question means I will leave the door open for them. I will leave the gate open, wide open. And I will ask them, hey, do you like working in this company? Would you tell me more details about your impression about working here? What are the obstacles? What are the barriers? What are the things which you like here in working in this company? And what the things that you hate in working here? Are you feeling your morales are higher? Okay. Are you feel that you are more productive now or less? Do you want to leave the work in this company or you want to stay with us? Okay. So you have to give them questions, opened questions, not closed answer questions. Conducting a formal review or performance, always make sure that the control means to monitor performance, is a continuous process. It's not only for once, then you'll stop. No, as much as you're working, so you have always to have a control process, and the control process is continuous one. So control will monitor activities, then the control system also will be to find out the gaps between the standards and the real performance. So you will find the gaps in between them. Then not to catch the mistakes. The reason of the control is not to catch the mistakes. Okay? The reason for that is to correct the performance. Review the performance, like here you see, review the performance and correct it if there is something negative, if it's including something negative. Recognizing and rewarding performance. Okay, the people who we have two kinds of people who are working in the organizations or the companies. We have good workers and we have people who are very lazy to work, or negative. We have positives and we have negatives. So the positives, you have to reward them as a manager. So they will find that they are rewarded and they will feel satisfied and they will love working in this company or this organization. They will love to work there. They will love to keep on working there. They will improve their performance. They will try to find out always what's new and do it, right? Okay. Creating an action plan. An action plan like a scenario, what to be done, when to be done, where to be done, how to be done. So all those four questions: where, when, how, and what to be done also. So you will put an action plan for everything, imagining everything in front of you, and putting an action plan for them. And this action plan might be going with based on dates, calendar, or so on. Reasons for ineffective performance. We know now there is effective performance means good performance, and now there are also reasons for ineffective performance. Let's go and see what are the reasons for ineffective performance. uh, Organizations policies and practices, job concerns, personal problems. So all this about the organizational policies and the practices. Okay, so uh, if the policies does not allow, like didn't do what we talked before, encouraging and empowering employees to work and training them always and giving them the chance to express their feelings. So if the organizational policy is the opposite, which is like discouraging people to say their opinions, not asking them, no feedback, no continuous training, all this, no motivating, no rewards for the employees. So, what are you expecting? There will be ineffective or negative performance. Okay, then job concerns also. If there is vague or unclear situation in the job, then it will leads to conflict, because the person will see, "Hey, I'm working, I have many questions. Hey guys, I'm an employee, I'm a worker here, and I have many questions and no one is replying me. I'm asking those questions like it's going in my head, it's eating my head, and I don't have an answer for them. What I will do then? I don't want to work here." Then you will leave the work, right? This is job concerns. So it's always, it must be clear in the job description and job specification and in job analysis as well. Those all matters must be clear in all these points. Personal problems. Usually, every one of us, we are humans. We carry with us our problems wherever we go. We carry some of the problems of the work with us. We think about it. I'm myself. I think about the work all time. Even when I'm putting my head under my pillow, I just work. What I will do here, what I will do here, what I will do there. And also, if you have troubles at home, you take most of these troubles inside you when you go to work, because this is a human nature. A human nature. You cannot separate between both of them. Okay. So the personal problems affect also on the productivity and the performance. Look at this, at the performance of any human of us. Any mankind is affected because we all flesh and blood. So we all having expressions, we have feelings, all those. We cannot put them in a plastic bag and keep them in the fridge. Then when we come, we'll take it back and put it our bodies. No, it's very difficult. It's a chemistry like. So so what I want to say is the performance is related also to your personal problem. If you have problems in your life, the performance of you, of course, will be lower as much as you have problems. If you don't have personal problems, then your life will become better, then your performance will increase because it affect the performance actually. You're all time thinking about your problems, thinking about your problems. You don't focus very well on your job, and all this comes, of course, it's hurting and it's causing lower performance levels. Uh, Poorly defined and too complex, the performance, the problem in the management sometimes, the problem in the management sometimes. If your the system of the management system performance is not aligned, means inseparable, it doesn't go on competence with the business performance, competing and different purposes. So yeah, so this is also another point, like it doesn't show very well what to do in the competing. It's not completing each other. It's also like it's maybe two objects are unconfused with each other, contradict with each other, opposed to each other. Managers feel unsupported and or dislike giving performance feedbacks. And this is another problem we talked before about. One of the problems of the management is not to give a feedback or to take a feedback from employees. So in the two cases, you have to give feedback and you have to take feedback from your employees, and that's how you will work. Conducting performance reviews. So we have the employees, we have the managers, we have the legal requirements. So in conducting performance reviews, it must be shared between those three things: the employees, the managers, and the legal requirements. What are the legal requirements? Uh, the standards must be related to job, not out of job. Don't put standards are very bad. As example, don't tell me instead of producing 8 cups from this, you will produce 100 cups for a shift. This is impossible. I can't do this. So the standards must be job related, must be matching with the job. Employees must be given written copy of performance standards. So you have to take a copy. It's like a rubric, including the standards in which you would work. Managers must be able to observe performance. So the skilled manager is the one who know the differences between the skills levels of all of his employees, and he know every one of them. He know him, and he know how far he's working very well, and he's doing his job as it's supposed to be. Managers must be able to observe performance as well. Managers and supervisors should be trained. Yes, before you ask me for a good skills in me as an employee, my trainer must be better than me because he's the one who will teach me, who will train me. So he must be better than me. Reviews should be discussed openly with employees. Always any reviews or any decisions must be shared between the management and the employees. There must be sharing in the decision making, sharing in choosing among alternatives, sharing in information, transforming from one party to another. All those, it must be shared. An appeals procedure should be established. And also, there must be established procedures for all the employees. And like we said, the norms and the procedures must be very clear to everyone, published, written, not just by oral, by the mouth. No, not by the use of the verbal. No, all the procedures, everything in the system must be clear for the employees, because we are talking about performance. So the performance required that everything in policies of work must be clear to everyone, must be published, not to be just verbal by mouth. No, it must be very clear for everyone. Here is like the same thing, like the informing regarding employees' performance. So I will know the information. So how I will get the information about my employee performance. I am a worker now in your company. How you will know about my performance as a worker? How will you know? You will know from the manager's review, from the self review. As example, I will ask you, and you are honest, then you will tell me, yes, I produce 8 units a day. You won't tell me, you won't exaggerate, or you won't say, like an example, no, I produce only 4 units a day. No, you will be very clear with me. Subordinates review, so the other employees review. Peer review, as example, when I ask your colleague, the co-worker, about your job, because also they see. He sees also because he's working beside you, so he knows you. So I can get information about your performance from your peer, from your colleague. Customer review, as example, if I'm working in a shop, as example, like no frills or whatever, and I just want to see how far you are the teller now. You are the sitting on the cashier. Okay, I will know about you from the customers. I can say to one of the customers how far this guy is. Oh, he's very pleasant. He's very good. He is very good. He do his job. Okay, or no, he's treating me in a rude way, and he's telling me to go back and put the things wherever you put it. So I will know about my uh, employees from the customers, the opinions, the feedback of the customers. They will tell me he's good or bad. As example, for me, if you want to know I'm good teacher or bad, my boss, if you know, one of the sources he can ask my students. My students are my customers, so I can ask my students how far he is. Then they will tell him he is good or he is bad, right? Okay. 360-degree reviews. Those are reviews including everything. The methods of review performance are traits like characteristics, behavioral, and the results of the work, the outcomes. The outcomes. So I will ask about your traits, your behavior at work. This is the ethical point. Are you doing harassment? Are you harassing someone? Are you bullying someone? Are you offending other people? Are you doing talking to them in sarcastic way? That's all. Are you like racism or no? So all those points are behavioral points at the work, at work environment. Traits. What are you like? Are you honest? Are you liar? Are you good? Are you bad? Are you a reliable person? How is your personality? Are you are tolerant with the mistakes of the others? Are you are very aggressive? Okay. Results. Okay, this is about the work directly, because here I will say, yeah, he's working very well. He produces 8 units a day, as same as standards say. The standards say 8 units a day, and he's doing well. Trait method measures the extent employee possess certain characteristics. Used usually due to ease developing list of traits. Can be biased and subjective. Example, graphic rating scale. The graphic rating scale is like when you give you like very satisfy, satisfy, not satisfy, not satisfy at all. This graphic rating scale. Behavioral method. What is the behavioral method? Review actual observable behavior. Behavior checklist. There is a behavior checklist. Behavioral anchored rating scale. They have also a kind of rating scale. I can review the performance. It's a rubric, like for me as a manager, to use it to review my employees or the workers' performance. Result methods measure what's produced and what's achieved. This is the very objective way, because at the end, the results method is what I want at work, but the others are helping when we choose employee, when because the others are affecting the conflict level in the management. And if the weather of working is good inside the environment, the work environment is good or bad or suitable, there is harassment, attacking, or whatever, okay, offending. Management by objectives also, like I told you, MBO means what? It means that I will give you the main task. I will tell you our main task here is to produce 10 units, but you are free. Whatever you do, you can do it based on any way you choose. You are the one who choose the way to do it. But at the end, I want this 10 units. This is the meaning of management by objective. I will set the objective, but I will not tell you the routes to go through to achieve the objective, but rather I will leave you free to do it based on what you want. But at the end, I want you to produce what was in the list of the tasks. As example, 10 units, I want you to produce, regardless how you will do it. It's not my problem. Do it the way you want. Balanced score is this also scorecard. This is a way of measuring the achievements, like how many units you produced or whatever, so it will be recorded. Uh, it is the performance methods reducing the costs or no? What about the time? Time, because the time is money. So time for management is very important as well. Are you doing the job in real time on the time standard time? Or you taking more long lasting more than, or maybe less time you produce in? That's fine. That's favorable. Okay. Various advantages and disadvantages to each of these points. That's fine. Now we came to the end of this class today. We were talking about performance, managing the performance, evaluating the performance of other people. We had a lot of points, and you watched video, and you will watch another videos about managing performances. So I want you to remember, just without looking in your notes, without looking back in this video, try to memorize from your brain. Just try to memorize what we talk about now. And when you finish writing down, and this writing down for yourself, don't send it to me in the class. So when you finish writing down, I want you back to look at the things which you are missing. Okay, we talked today about this point and job performance. We talk about this, we talk about this. So you have to ask yourself, what are you missing from details, and go and look for it. This is the best way for learning. Thank you so much, and have a good night, and see you in the next class. Thank you. Bye-bye.